So welcome everyone to our October wedding market update. I'm Hamish, the founder of Bridebook. Previously, I founded HelloFresh, the recipe kit company, and also founded Heads the House, which is the wedding venue I run with my brothers and sitting in at the moment. Today, the focus is going to be on Gen Z. I'm going to be talking you through all the learnings you need to know about Gen Z, Generation Z. A third of engagements, a third of couples who are getting engaged are Gen Z. They are steering all the technological change to come and all the behaviors over the next couple of years. So it's really important you know about them. They affect all the other audiences as well. I'm going to do a deep dive on that today. First up, welcome to, as always in the industry, 141 new businesses who've joined the UK wedding industry this year. And we know many more are joining all over Europe, which is fantastic. But big welcome to you all for joining one of the best industries in the world, bringing a lot of joy and fun and excited to help your new businesses flourish. So the agenda of today, we're going to talk about who are Gen Z. You might not know too much about them. I'm going to tell you all about them, what makes them unique, how you want to appeal to, or how you can appeal to a Gen Z audience. And then also a favorite part of these updates, shout outs across the industry. So much amazing stuff's been going on in our industry. Who are Gen Z? So Gen Z and millennials make up 40% of the UK population. This is the audience who are aged between 11 and 42 as millennials and Gen Z. And Gen Z is the younger half of that audience. And now a third of all engagements taking place are the Gen Z audience. So a third of all your inquiries and more will be Gen Z couples. And that audience also affects much broader than that, will be affecting the behaviors of millennials. It's not an exact cutoff. So here we are. So millennials are that audience who were born between 1981 and 1996, okay? So they're aged 27 to 42 in age at the moment. They had less technology as children. They had a strong economy. They were in the 2000s when the economy was booming. There's a focus on, more of a focus on themselves and still have a short attention span. Social media was still coming in their age group. Now, when we look at Gen Z, this is where they have grown up with technology as children. They're incredibly used to phones. They had the recession in their youth, which affects a lot of their behavior. This is the great financial crisis of 2008 and beyond. And their big focus is on truth and authenticity, which is what we're going to talk about. And especially, they have a very short attention span. So that mobile phone behaviors, things like that we're going to talk about, has got this attention span even shorter. So capturing their attention is even harder. So what makes them unique? I'm going to talk you through 7 themes that makes Gen Zs unique and their behaviors unique, and how to make the most of, or how to react to each of these behaviors, and how to make the most of them for your business. So first up, we have the digital natives and informal texters. Then second, they're visually led. I'm about to jump into all of these in more detail. And multiple touch points, online presence, authenticity and community, sustainability focus, and unique and personalized. So those are the 7. Now I'm going to break into each of them. So first up, they're digital natives, okay? Their phone and technology is an extension of themselves. 75% of Gen Z spend over or up to 10 hours a day connected. So that's on their phone, on their laptop at work, watching YouTube in the evening, and they are mobile first behaviors, okay? They're living on their phone. You will know exactly what I'm talking about. So it's incredibly important. The first tip is to look at all your experiences through a mobile phone. So obviously with Bridebook, we're app first. That's what all our behaviors are focused on. But look at the wider experience. They're on Instagram all day long. How do you look like that? How does your website look? How does, when you're sending emails back and things like that, even that looking on a mobile phone? Vast majority of their time and everything they interact with is going to be on a phone. That's the eyes you want to be looking through. Also, Gen Zers, they communicate informally and with short text, okay? They're short and concise. It's personality. It's being casual. They're 3 times more likely to open a chat via a push notification. Okay, so they've grown up in the world of WhatsApp. So you imagine how short WhatsApps are compared to emails. To Snapchat, which is all about communicating just through photos, or even not really communicating with words. Replying with emojis is a big thing. Just doing emoji reactions. They're sort of as snappy and short as communication can be. That's what they're used to. So trying to relate with them, think again of how you're responding to couples, how you're building that relationship with them. If you're sending them a big long email that they can only open, that they're going to have to wait till they're at their desktop computer at work, that's not how they're used to reacting and interacting. You want to shorten that down, build that personality, build rapport as quickly as you can, as if they're texting with a friend. And that's that bond. And we spoke a lot in our last update about building trust. They're trying to, as quickly as possible, find trust. Who can they trust to plan and run the most important day of their lives? That's where they're trying to find that connection. Being short and snappy will help enormously, especially in getting a high response rate to couples. This audience, luckily got glass of water. This audience is extremely visually led. You think of the first mobile phone, small screens, black and white, playing Snake or whatever it was. Phones are only getting bigger. Cameras are only getting a higher quality camera and megapixels and screen resolutions only getting better. They are used to imagery, just like we were talking about emojis just now. But that high quality imagery, they've grown up with Instagram and with high quality camera phones, really the iPhone, and filters and everything like that. So they have this very high bar of being image led and knowing what quality imagery look like. So hunting for that as much as you possibly can and getting it with, we're so lucky to be in an industry with amazing photography and content and media, making the most of that, because that's what they're drawn to. They are hunting for that photo. They're like, I want that to be of me. I want to post that of myself online, this extension of themselves and their personality. That's what they're hunting for, and that's how you can catch their attention most. And a huge trend going on is the power of video. You will have seen TikTok sort of overtaking Instagram. This is because it's been led by video. Instagram's then been catching up, doing reels and getting more focused on video. And the biggest of all of these is YouTube, okay? So for Gen Z, their favorite brand, their #1 brand is YouTube. And even for me, that's quite surprising. I don't even think really of YouTube as a brand. I think, Apple and Nike, YouTube is this brand, which is incredibly popular with them. 84% of couples of Gen Z couples visiting YouTube, above TikTok, above all these others. And something that video does is it's very authentic and gives you a lot more context than just a stylized individual photo. And again, we're lucky to be in an industry where we have beautiful events going on and have beautiful content. Making the most of video wherever you can shows that authenticity, shows behind the scenes or beauty or more immersive than just a single photo. And this is what this audience is always hunting for and has been a big rise of that. Our next of the 7 is multiple touch points. And again, seeking this authenticity and verification, Gen Z couples are extremely used to using multiple touch points before purchasing. So 64% of our couples tell us they will go onto your website to check you out before inquiring on Bridebook. And that's why we've also added stuff you'll see on your profiles now. And if you haven't added it, please do. And also think of this much more broadly than Bridebook as well. Links off to your social. They'll go and check your social. If you haven't posted on social for 2 years, that's a big red flag. They're not sure, is this business still operating? When they go on your website and seeing, discount on remaining dates for 2021, again, it's a big red flag of, are these people, have they got great attention to detail? they're trying to get that really holistic view. So again, trying to get yourself into your couple's viewpoint and checking yourself out through their eyes, seeing, right, how would I, how would I judge myself through this like holistic view? And that's what they'll be doing to yourself. And that trend's only going to rise as this audience comes through. And it is really a strong way to immersively look at all your marketing channels and your sort of external appearance on all those different fronts. And this is where online first impressions matter enormously with this audience, okay? So they will count, 60% of Gen Z believe how you present online carries more weight than your in-person self, which is, a huge change in behavior. This is where them coming and looking at a website, let's say you're a venue like Hedsa, the venue I'm in now, they're taking as much of that experience on our website and on our socials as they do coming to the venue itself, and going through that online experience is the barrier before they'll even consider seeing you offline or even consider talking to you. And this applies to all businesses in the wedding industry that they're looking at. So thinking, how can I get that barrier down as low as possible to help them flow, to help them build that confidence, so as soon as possible they're coming in to come and visit or get on the phone or replying to you, and they're not there saying, great, I've got a reply, now let me just go and do an audit of this person before I reply to them and say, actually, I found a problem, I'm just going to move on to the next person. And something you really want to avoid. This one on authenticity and community and real people, this is, again, I've just mentioned it now, but immensely important to this audience. As we said, they're focused on the truth as a Gen Z audience. They want to know about you. They want to know that individuality. They want to see behind the scenes. If people know a recent fast rising social media platform called Be Real, which has been incredibly popular with Gen Z, because it's all about being real and showing a time shot in the middle of the day, not showing something hyper stylized, trying to show that authenticity about yourself, trying to show who you are, because they're putting all this trust, as we said, they're hunting this one, the most important day of this life, this one-off, and they're putting the trust in other people. That's what they're hunting for. They're saying, how can I judge a person who I'm going to put this trust in from online? And that's where being able to show off, we've added stuff into Bridebook, like talking about yourself, talking about your personality, the ability to upload real weddings and show the portfolio of work you've done before. All of this, adding reviews is immensely important. Adding that depth into yourself is incredibly powerful. Talking of reviews, again, 90% of Gen Zs won't consider a business without reviews and won't even look at these businesses. 99.9% read reviews. So reviews enormously matter. A quick shout out to the top 3 5-star reviews on Bridebook in the last 30 days. Well done, Maureen Kettle, a wonderful celebrant. You've had 14 new reviews. Sturg House Hotel, had 20 new reviews. And our winner, Winter's Barn, who've had 32 new reviews this month. This depth, this recency helps enormously. And take a moment to read these. You should be immensely proud of them. Getting those reviews is the best way to make the most of all that hard work you've done on delivering weddings. The best thing you can take from a wedding is a wonderful review to help you grow your business, beyond that, and show people the wonderful work you've done. Another important part of that authenticity and depth for Gen Z, sustainability is incredibly important. This is where they're also understanding you and your business a bit more when they think about sustainability and that sort of trust and trying to think of the right words, but trying to understand a business. Hedsa, our venue, we care about it enormously. We've put on, we just recently in the last year, put solar panels on the roof, just had electric car chargers put in, our automatic watering the gardens, rainwater. We have launched our first fully carbon zero sustainable package called the Alexander package. All these pieces shows that depth of the business, and we've put new filters into Bridebook as well, where you can tag sustainability credentials, and that depth of a business builds that confidence. Then be like, I relate to this business, and I want, maybe they don't even take on that package themselves, but they'll relate to it and build confidence in who they're working with. Again, with secondhand items, sustainability in weddings, this is growing enormously. Upcycle decor, looking at pre-loved attire, looking at vintage fashion, looking at borrowed jewelry. All of these trends are on the rise and incredibly important to these couples. If anyone knows platforms like Vinted and Depop, these are incredibly popular with Gen Z. And when their wedding happens, this is a real moment of showing their personality to their friends. And whether it's a plastic-free wedding, or reusing certain items, or not having local produce and local flowers, things like that, showing you're able to do that, or you've thought of that, is really important to them. And then I think we're getting to our final one. We might have one more than this, is on the importance, and they're happy to splurge on being unique and personalized. Like, personality is incredibly important to this audience, Gen Z, of thinking that online presence is an extension of themselves, of how do I look, what do I show is important to myself, how do I represent myself. And a wedding is just a huge manifestation of that moment. It's showing, this is us as a new identity, as one. This is what's important to us. This is, the people we love and care. This is us. This is what matters to us. And showing ways of how you can help them, celebrate themselves and celebrate what matters to them, is so powerful to this audience. Showing you can cater for their religious preferences, or their catering needs, or their styles, or their sustainability requirements, or personalize certain items just for them, really matters. We do, surprise personalized gifts for our couples. We do, we've seen all across Bridebook these wonderful little moments of how you can show this trust and care, and that's what they're hunting for. Try and find those moments. Take that step back again and think, when was the last time you had an amazing sort of wow moment of hospitality, whether it's someone remembering your name, or remembering a preference, or doing something really special because they know it's your birthday, or your partner, or one of those items. They matter, that magic 5%. Hunt for those, show those matter to you. That's the magic of a wedding. Every little detail counts, and that will put you in amazing good stead. So those are our 7. To recap them, here are our 7 on the left. How to now turn these into tactics to make the most of marketing tactics. How to use these to appeal to your audience most effectively. Of the first 3, this is where having a beautiful digital presence on mobile is immensely important. This is what on the Bridebook app we are, fighting and working on all day long to show off your businesses as brilliantly as we possibly can. You want to be doing that on all your channels. The next 2, this focuses on trustworthiness and authenticity. This is where you want to be showing, I'm the supplier for you. I'm going to be the one you can rely on to get your dance floor busy, to have those flowers you dreamed of. I'm going to be there on time. I'm going to be someone you're going to really enjoy working with over the coming months as we get this all ready. I'm your rock. How you can portray that across online presences, so then they go deeper with you and get into conversation. And then that last piece is showing that thoughtful personal service, not just treating people like a conveyor belt, not just sending copy paste replies with the wrong names on and things like that. Going so much deeper than that and showing you really matter. Your day I'm so excited to celebrate. Your day is your day. This moment, the most important days of your life, I'm going to be there to celebrate with you, and it matters, hugely, hugely to me, and that's why I'm in the industry. Conveying that to your couples puts you in amazing stead and builds that rapport of brilliant. If we go through these three, I love the look of this business. I can trust this person. And they care about my wedding as much as I do. That's who they're looking for. You're going to be part of their dream team. They're just going to be immensely excited for what's to come. So when we look through this, just breaking them out, beautiful digital presence on mobile, thinking mobile first, image and video led, and content across the touch, across all your different marketing channels and all those touch points, even if you have a printed brochure, thinking how that all sews together. On Bridebook, some shout outs quickly, most improved profile scores. Well done, all of you who've improved your profile, your digital presence. And anyone who, if you go on your profile, you'll see scores. All of this goes into that, into our algorithm, helping you reach couples and pull all these moments out to them. So Simple Creations by Dimple, well done, the most improved cakes score. Flatina Events, L Artistry, Sophisticated Events, Renew Bridal, Rico Kits, The Flower Studio, Poppy Elder, Fine Jewelry, the list goes on. Hurling and Stretch Tents, Wessex Antique, Fine English Tailors, Phil Richards, looking very cool on your guitar, Sarah Turner Weddings, Eddie Fisher Photography, World Moon Wedding Stationery, VW Wedding Campus, Astro Kids Studios, Hill Barnes Farm, 34 Bloomsbury, last but not least, Curator Canvas. So well done, all of you. I love looking across the whole industry, building this beautiful, deep profile that matters enormously on Bridebook, and hopefully those learnings you can apply across all your marketing. On the second piece, this trustworthy, authentic, and realness, this is where getting reviews. Reach out to all your couples over this summer. It's so important. You've done this wonderful work for them. Ask them to give you reviews. Get those reviews and then make the most of them. You can post them on testimonials on Bridebook if they've sent it as a postcard or sent it as an email. Make sure you use it there. Post them on your social media. Put snippets of them wherever you can. Print them into a guest book at your business. Have it as a digital guest book if you can. Make the most of those. Go off real weddings. This is immensely powerful, and show personality through video. That's on your Instagram, whether it's uploading a guided tour at venue on Bridebook. Show that personality of like who you are, having that connection. Just like us chatting now, we know each other much better than if there's just some long, boring article. And hopefully I can. Hopefully you're still listening. On that one, I think most real weddings, it's very quickly, well done. Bloomwood Photography, you added 10 real weddings in the last 30 days. Louise Ogden added 16 real weddings. And David Tinkler, the winner on real weddings for the last 30 days, added 19. So there's 19 real weddings that David shot that couples can look through when they're considering David. All those weddings that you've tagged the venues in, those will also appear on the venues profiles. So couples who are considering that venue will now discover David's work, the same with Louise and same with Bloomwood. Having that depth of understanding what's possible, what will David's weddings in winter, and you can name them as well. And putting these on your own website as well, putting them on your social media, making the most of them, gives couples this confidence. And then finally, that thoughtful personal service. So we spoke last time, the importance of replying as quickly as possible, especially for Gen Z. So quick replies. Think of WhatsApp chats, how quickly that back and forth is going, and the difference between posting a letter. Like Gen Z is that world of quick responses, chatting, building rapport very quickly, getting fast answers. Showing off sustainability options, showing that all those moments of care and depth of your business, so showing that personalized experience, showing those little moments at Headset. We've introduced a dog-friendly package, so you can bring your dog to your wedding, and we have an audience looking after that. We have child-friendly options to, you know, a lot of couples now will also have children already when they get married, like showing we've already thought of that and we care about that. Showing people matter and you care is brilliant, you know, it's important in any part of life and business and anything. So showing that off your business will help you stand out. Yeah, just talking about personalized service, this was a couple we spoke to this week. When they're talking about their engagement, this is dealing with a venue, their interaction with the venue. The venue, interact with the venue, blew the other two out the water completely. We were already sold to them as we left. Had a full bill of costings breakdown, a full quote on email before we'd even left. The other one was walkable just down the road, or we had to wait 20 minutes before they even spoke to us. I was on this call, they made them just stand at the front because they were doing a team meeting. 2 weeks later, they still hadn't been in touch. If I'm going to spend thousands of pounds, this is not the service that I expect. This stuff really, really matters. And, you know, well done to this venue at the start. So finally, it's the rundown of the key takeaways. We'll send this on. Follow me on LinkedIn, and we'll be sending all the highlights of this as well. Hamish Shephard, you can find me easily. Finally, our last minute of this session is on some shout outs. We're a brilliant industry. I just want to call out some of the wonderful stuff going on in our industry. So first up, a big welcome to Deck 747, or the Deck 747 and Learminster Golf Club. These are two new venues. I'm very excited, the 747 one, which is part of an airplane in there, that have launched as new wedding venues this month, and even booked their first couples this month with Bridebook. So we're very excited for you to set off on this wonderful adventure. Château de la Chaume, a French venue we have on Bridebook, which is now the largest sleeping capacity of any non-hotel venue in France. Over 200 people can stay the night. So very excited to be working with you. Titanic House, Belfast in Northern Ireland, who won the leading hotel in Northern Ireland for the 6th year running the World Travel Awards. Michelle Williams, a celeb amongst our midst, who's just been on ITV Starstruck, performing in front of Beverly Knight, Adam Lambert, even Shania Twain, and she is now back to weddings. Congratulations on all of that. Sandra Kubley-Hall, who's been nominated as a finalist in the Yorkshire Wedding Awards as Best Wedding Coordinator. Got an amazing review here. Hochzeig Kappel Kallenberg in Germany, who is the first venue to offer helicopter transport to helicopter transfers for their couples, if that's what you're looking for. But very excited to see that. And then 3 wonderful things that have been going on in the industry. Well done to the charity, or all the suppliers supporting the charity, Be More Frank, a childhood cancer charity. There's been wonderful work going on here. Orchard at Munsley, A to Zest Caterers, the Spectrum Band, Kyra's Creative Bakes, Hampton Hire, Shepherd's Ice Cream Trailer, Beehive Forest, doing an amazing charity fundraise for an absolutely brilliant cause. Another audience of suppliers are providing Kathleen Cheshire's wedding as she fights cancer. Thoughts with her, and well done to these brilliant suppliers. Finally, to Team Bridebook, who walked a marathon around London 2 weeks ago for the wedding wishing well. My sons joined on scooters, which was cheating, and did some of it. But an amazing charity, raising money and organising weddings for terminally ill people. And we're really proud to sponsor such a brilliant cause. And thank you to all of them. So thank you all for joining. And do not forget to send in any questions or into our follow-up survey to help us set up for the next wedding market update, which will be in a month. Make sure you register for that. Team Bridebook are always here to help, and I hope it's been a very useful session, and look forward to talking to many of you over the next 30 days and wishing you a great one, and look forward to speaking soon. All right, thank you very much. Speak soon.